Welcome to the quietest ones in the room with your host, Trey. I hope you are enjoying your day. Man, so much is going on. And I have something that I really want to talk to you about. Um, I don't know if you've noticed, but there seems to be a lot of chitter chatter going on regarding the offer that many federal workers have received. 2 million to be exact. Federal workers have received the option of receiving a 7 to 8 month severance to leave their job. Because obviously what has been going on is the Trump administration is requiring many of the federal workers to come back into the office, and some of them don't want to go back into the office. So I'd like to touch on this point because from my perspective, and I've noticed this for a long time, some of these government workers are some of the most entitled, spoiled people you'll ever meet. I mean, they've been making money for so long, some of them. 15 years making money and getting their per diem. You know, they got some weird politics. A lot of them hate their country. And on top of it, want to tell people who haven't worked in their space, oh, just come over to our side. There's far more support over here. There's far more when you get a government job. There's more structure. You have more reliability working over here. And these people, for so long, some of them have been delusioned for a long time. And what I really started to think about, I was like, man, again, it seems, and I talked about this in a previous video, it's like the spirit of Hitler came out the grave and absorbed itself into the body of a president, a former president, who is said to be a dictator. And this dictator, along with the other spirits of the Nazis, have come together to offer people an opportunity who do not want to come into the office, a severance package. Oh my God, isn't it so chaotic? Isn't it so dictatorial that Hitler in his spirit would offer many and some of these government workers who hate their country, who would never want to work for Hitler, an opportunity? Isn't it so sad that he would offer, Hitler himself would offer these people an opportunity to take some money and go find a new opportunity of employment in the United States of America? Isn't it crazy? And, these individuals, again, some of them are so spoiled and entitled. I remember during COVID, many of the ones that I know who work in the government, how delusioned they were, how convinced they were that an administration that they actually did trust had their back regarding the mandate, regarding the steps they should take, et cetera. And they criticized so many people around them who didn't want to follow suit, who didn't want to make the decisions that they had decided to make. Because after all, they needed to save their jobs, right? Oh, the paycheck is so good, isn't it? The paycheck in some of these government roles are so good, so excellent. So I'm not going to give up my paycheck. This is what it's, I'm not going to give up my paycheck. No, I need my paycheck. We all need a paycheck. We all need an income. But the amount of capitulation, the amount of criticism that some of these government officials offered to individuals who worked in the private sector, who might have been entrepreneurs, the amount of arrogance some of them had. Now, some of them, for the first time, are seeing what it feels like to be on the other side. You know, this idea oftentimes that you have some level of security in this life. As you get older, you understand how foolish this is. But some of these government officials couldn't fathom that in reality, they would experience what so many people have experienced outside of the government. Man, these cushy jobs, you know, so many of them now, they can't, you know, going back into the office, you know, you can't fake how much you actually work. So you call some of these government officials, hey, how you doing? Oh man, you know, your family members, your cousins, your friends, hey, how you doing? Oh man, I'm just so busy, man. I'm working so hard. So where you at? Oh, I'm just at the supermarket. Oh, I'm just at the local Starbucks. Oh, I'm just at Panera. Oh, I'm just going into the yoga class. You know, so the game that many of these people play and the hate that they have for their country is interesting. And yet they get a severance package opportunity. So we're going to see how many of them take advantage of the severance. And one thing that I am aware of is that so many individuals, again, that have worked in the government for 10, 15 years, I mean, the amount of money they've been able to acquire, the homes they've been able to purchase, the amount of savings that they've been able to generate for themselves and look to move into retirement, so many of them have set themselves up pretty nicely. And to many who may not know, the government, the federal government actually is the largest employer in America. And it employs about 4 million Americans and about half and half. So you have, you know, your federal workers that have received a severance opportunity, but then you have on the other side where it doesn't apply, where you have your military, your postal workers, et cetera, who will not be a part of the severance package opportunity. You know, but it's an interesting thing to see how many people are complaining about having to go back into the office when the idea of working remote for many people who work outside of the government has been shifting, and people on that side are complaining. But a lot of these government employees never stood up, never said anything about the tech industry and other industries requiring people to go back into the office. Some of these folks, but yet they want to get on Twitter, they want to get on whatever media platforms and complain and argue. And these people for years have talked about how much they hate what's going on in America and they wish to move to another country because it's so hard here. So much travesty, so much going on, and they're sick and tired of it, and they just want to move to other countries. Well, now they can take that severance package and just go away. But in all honesty, it's going to be all right. Some of these individuals will take the severance package and they'll find other jobs, and now they have another boost that they put into their savings account. Some will get hired by their friends, their family members, you know, maybe take on daddy's business, mommy's business, uncle's business, granddaddy's business. Maybe some of them will go work on a farm somewhere in the family business, go take care of the horses. You know, that Northern Virginia, DC area group of individuals are so entitled and egotistical and narcissistic. And for the first time, they're really getting to see, oh my God, oh, it's so hard. Oh my goodness. Oh, my brick house, my 3-story townhome. What am I going to do? So many of them. It's just a part of life. So I don't want to hear any complaints. I don't want to hear anything from some of these people. I don't want to hear anything from some of these people, because when other people are feeling the pain, so many of them don't care, and they support people who actually go against the interests that you have for yourself and your family and your extended family and your friends. And so now some of them get to feel the heat. And like I said, not all, but some. And maybe you're listening, and maybe you're that government employee that hates your country and is talked about for so long. how you should go live in the Caribbean. You should go live in South America. You should go live in the Philippines. You should go live abroad. Go to Africa, New Zealand, Australia, wherever the hell you said. Here's your opportunity. Enjoy the severance package and have a good time.